Entering a red pill risk area. Authorized persons only.
Let me show you something interesting. I'd like you to meet an unusual laboratory specimen. She represents genus Homo sapiens, some 2.5 billion of which inhabit the planet Earth. All she needs to sustain life is an eyebrow pencil, a small bottle of perfume, a lipstick, and some mad money. Here on Earth, she is comfortable as is.
Now, if you want to argue that these behaviors are socially conditioned, caused by Jews, social Marxists, or whatever, why are these behaviors found in so many animals as well? When MGTOW talk about female nature, it goes far beyond the government or legal environment. Governments and laws come and go, but women will always trade sex for resources and utility, which is why I say that all women are gold-digging whores and should never be allowed to vote. It is often said that feminism is just female nature personified, and I agree. What is feminism other than women using the government to get men's resources by proxy? Where did women get this desire for men's resources? Was it nature, or was it nurture?
And oh, brothers and sisters, I ask you to look at him. Does he have the marks? Do you see them? No. You see him as we were before the punishment, before we gained grace. You see lying there the last of scientists, of bankers, of businessmen, the users of the wheel. Yes. Do we use the tools of the wheel as he does? No. Is he of the family?
No.
No. Is he of the sacred society? No. Then what is he? Evil.
Were the Nazis, or most of the German people, evil, or were they just following orders? Were the inhabitants of Sodom and Gomorrah, mythical or not, evil, or were they just caught up in that way of life? People become what they give themselves over to. In the meantime, leaders and politicians still make wars, and wars still make profits. Whether it's fighting over some piece of land or who gets the Suez Canal, are the men fighting these wars doing so to protect their home and families? Or is it really just for others' personal gains?
They weren't story people at all. They were real live people. They were wearing funny clothes.
What kind of clothes, Jan?
Well, she had a bonnet thing and a big skirt, and he was in brown with a tall hat. She was his girlfriend or something. Then a very old-fashioned kind of soldier came and gave the man a message. I think it was to tell him he'd have to go to war. Yes, that's it.
Listen, lads. They're coming. And they're coming fast. You've let them in. They're coming for your wives, your houses, your country.
Your country, officer?
Yes, my country. And
How are the mighty fallen? They get power, they use power, and they lose power. How are the mighty fallen, and the weapons of war perished? Perhaps this is best illustrated in the 1948 novel by Norman Mailer about the male-female nature of relationships and the lust for power, The Naked and the Dead.
The Naked and the Dead was a bestseller that hit millions and millions of readers like a ton of bricks. It was like nothing they'd read before, and there's been nothing like it since.
Croft turned back to him. All right, Red. Go get your pack. I'm going to shoot you in about 3-4 seconds. He stood 6 feet away, his rifle raised to his hip. Slowly the muzzle pointed toward Red. He found himself watching the expression on Croft's face. Suddenly, he knew exactly what had happened to Hearn, and the knowledge left him weak. Croft was going to shoot. He knew it. Red watched his finger on the trigger. When it began to tighten, he tensed suddenly. Okay, Croft. You win.
I think Mailer realized that there is a limit to power. You can't conquer nature, and you can't prevail in every situation like this.
The themes of this book transcend war to embrace things basic to the human condition. In this case, the lust for power. And in the end, its futility.
That's Mailer's metaphor for America. That America has become itself obsessed with power, and power means destruction. It means destruction of the civilities in life, of the nuances that make for more complicated human relationships. It also, in the most animal sense, means the weak won't survive.
Regardless of the era, there are always people around who want to reshape the world. And to reshape the world, you must destroy it utterly, and then replace it with a new one. This has been tried again and again throughout history, but always with the same results: upheaval, mayhem, death, and destruction. Time after time, it has been a perpetual and purposeless attempt to conquer human nature and nature itself, with horrendous outcomes. More recently, once women gained voting power and feminism became popular, women decided they wanted to reshape the world to their liking. And we've seen the results of this, with a world replaced by female vanity, impelled by a solipsistic orgy of insatiable greed and gold-digging. Once the opportunities arose, and women took advantage of these, all the way down the line, in an attempt to sate their desires, and is a part of their very nature to take and take until there's nothing left to take.
Are the cops really as wild as they say?
You've never been there, have you?
No, of course not.
Well, you wanted to come with me. You'll find out. Oh, they're wild, all right. They're the violent ones. There's no place else for them unless they change.
Some people say it's because they're born in breeders. Had you heard that?
We're all born in breeders. But most of us don't end up running wild in cathedral.
Drug addiction, alcoholism, sadism, bestiality, mutilation, murder, war crimes, the atomic bomb, and human depopulation. I agree these are all evil. It is impossible to catalogue all the evils of the world that live and thrive in the secret place, a place psychologist Carl Jung called the collective subconscious. Are these merely due to the nature of the subconscious mind, or is there something that goes deeper? A pit where dwells the imaginations of the insane, a trace memory going back to our Pliocene ape ancestors that was never exorcised. There is one case in particular that made me wonder a lot.
Der Hass lässt hier keinen.
Der Neid über die andere Engel.
Es gibt nie Ruhe! Ruhe gibt's nur da oben!
Ruhe gibt's nur dort, wo die Liebe ist.
Ja, bei uns gibt's nur
Nur Hass.
Ja.
Und wo nur Hass ist, da gibt's keine Ruhe.
Nein! Und für uns gibt's nie Ruhe. Nie!
Weil er nicht dorthin kommt, wo der Schöpfer ist.
Aber für uns gibt's kein Zurück.
Im Namen des Vaters.
Und jetzt bin ich verdammt. Wir gehen ans Pfarrer. Sie müssen wieder auf der Kanzel predigen, dass mich gibt. Und das Volk nicht entführen. Oh. Ja! Das muss im Volk bewusst